Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to WJZZ Cool TV. You are watching live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
like us, follow us, and share. Subscribe, comment, and thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world.
Well, hi.
And he's here.
We have company.
Don't you kiss me.
Yes.
Don't you kiss me.
Yes.
Please.
And right now, I would like to let everybody know that you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory. Good evening, and I would like to introduce you to my co-host, Mr. L. B. Shore Livingston.
And the one and only diva of blues and soul, the lovely, dynamic, out of sight, devastating Miss Priscilla Price.
Hey.
And you're supposed to pay me.
Wearing green.
You got all this juice.
Wearing the green, boy.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
Lord.
we've got some guests here. No. Do your
Will you get out of my mix?
Okay.
Damn.
Hey, it's
I'm gonna
Priscilla.
stir you.
This is Priscilla.
I have to start my
Nigga ain't
show
no-
off letting you guys know about the Old School Blues Christmas Party.
Yes.
Saturday, December the 17th, 2022, from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. at the DRMM Hall, featuring yours truly, Priscilla Price and friends, along with Miss Lady Love and Mr. Shaw and Mr. DJ Spoon. This is an event that's going to be, I said, what? What's your name?
Play if you will.
You let me get finished doing what I'm doing.
You say everybody's name. You're supposed to say my name.
Al, y'all.
What I'm gonna do?
Anyway, Al is going. It's a shame we have to go through this. And we have wonderful guests, some legends in the house.
Yes.
Now
yes.
behave.
Okay, I'm hating.
And also, Mr. L. Livingston and Al Boise are my MCs. And dinner is going to be served along with the tickets. And dinner starts at 8:30. We're going to have a ball, so come on out and enjoy. Yes. I don't have no tickets left.
You done sold out.
I done sold out. I don't know if Lady Love still have tickets or not.
Okay.
Also, I want to apologize to you guys before I introduce you. I was on a Caribbean radio station the other night, and I called y'all the originals.
She had it right there, original.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest for this evening is Mr. James Mitchell, along with Mr. Delbert and Mr. Locke, the Detroit Emeralds. Come on, y'all. Oh, you belong to them? I thought you belonged to
them. You know, you play too much. And
Mr. Albert, the Detroit Emeralds. I wanted to hear him say something smart, you know, because I seen Delbert kick his ass off the stage. Oh, y'all was at the Detroit Go-Go?
Yes.
Yeah, Delbert. He grabbed me.
It was time to go.
Wait a minute.
It's time to go. That's all.
Good evening, fellas, and welcome. I'm so glad that you guys were able to come on my show, our show. You know I'm so used to saying my. I'm so glad to have you guys to come on the show this evening. I want to thank Roger for allowing me to be able to do this, to get the entertainers and the musicians and everybody that I can to come on the show.
Because one of the things our show is about is showing homage to the unsung Detroit musicians, entertainers, actors, producers. And these are folks that have helped propel a lot of groups forward from Detroit.
Yes.
You know, back during that time, they didn't put credits on albums. They didn't do that.
Right.
Marvin Gaye was the first one that did that when he did the What's Going On. and everybody, background singers, all of that. He was started. Next thing you know, there it was.
And I
But
appreciate.
that was after your album.
Hey, now
You started doing that thing.
No, man, please, don't do that to me.
But that's what
I
it's
love-
about. Us
I
giving
love
homage
those, yes.
to a lot of Detroit
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
unsung musicians and entertainers, because whether anybody know it or not, Detroit is still the mecca of music and entertainment.
Yes.
So-
And we have brought on a lot of entertainers
Yes.
from here. Legendary entertainers.
Yeah.
Well, you won.
Of course.
The.
Of course.
She's a relic.
I just enjoy talking to my fellow entertainers, finding out what they have been doing, where they're going. I know that some of the young ladies that I've had on the show, they talk about what they have been doing and where they want to go. I done been there, done that. This is all I'm gonna do now: sit home and wait on the direct deposit, and do my little thing whenever I feel like doing it.
See?
Cause see, I can
She
also
said direct deposit. She didn't say the mailman.
no, direct
Direct
Red
deposit,
man don't
That's
have
it.
to visit your
and play with the kid's daddy.
And play
That's
Wow.
all I have to do.
Hallelujah.
I would like for you to introduce.
Let me. I am going to start with the iconic, the one and only. This man here, he's did a lot here in Detroit, and I'm going to have to call him the one and only serious one. The one and only Mr. Dilbert Nelson, y'all.
Yeah, that's why he's here. Oh, you got him.
The serious one.
The serious one.
Yes.
Boy, you
And
sick.
we've got the one and only drummer extraordinaire. This cat, he's been played with some of everybody.
Yes.
And now he's out front dancing and singing. They never thought that this would happen. And he is the one and only Dwayne Locke Lomax.
All right.
He's Canadian
Yes.
now. He's Canadian now.
Yes.
And
We won't hold that
I'm
against you.
I'm going to introduce myself. I'm the one and only Alfonso Livingston,
Tell us what
You know,
you've done.
drummer.
Tell us.
What else have you done?
songwriter, producer, guitar player, keyboards, and I've did a lot of stuff. But I'm not going to talk about me because we
Wait a
did
minute. Go
wait a
back.
minute.
What else have you done?
The Keys Kids television show.
All
Keep
I
on.
did 3 movies for the one and only Ron Oliver. I call him Detroit own Spike Lee, and he had me to star in 3 of his movies.
Okay.
I call it low budget, but there was no budget because nobody got paid. But they're out there on YouTube, so you get
Right.
a chance to
You
kind of
got
check
bragging
it out.
rights, baby.
But
One more. Come on.
that and let's see.
You and I did it together.
We did the play. What was the name of the play?
Footprints.
Footprints, yes, and had me acting in Footprints. I was the what was the song? I'm 60, sometimes I have any time, so don't hold it against my heart.
Anytime it comes
The
to
great
Anytime,
pretender.
it might come back at any time.
So we did that, and I've worked with a lot of groups also. Detroit Emeralds as a drummer, the Floaters. I got a chance to work with the Dramatics. Got a chance to work with the Contours, the Coasters, Sherry Payne, and that's just to name a few.
Hey.
But I ain't gonna talk about me.
Hey,
So with me.
you tell the truth now.
And
Tell the
then
truth.
We've got the
She
one
worked
and
with the
only.
green. She worked.
We got the one and only Priscilla Price with Detroit's own In the Pocket Band.
Yeah.
So that's just to name a few. But while we're here, since I am a co-host, I'm not going to talk much about me because I want to talk about my fellas.
Okay,
So
but you forgot.
we've got the one and only. Now this guy, he was an individual that was a I call him a community leader because right now we are on Shane and Ferry, but he was on Shane and Palmer,
That's right.
and that was the Detroit Emeralds Lounge, and the stuff that happened there. He did. He had a lot of young, upcoming kids that wanted to be singers, writers, producers. And what he did, he was a mentor to them. And he was a mentor to me at the age of 14 years old. And that's when I started being down into the dungeon. And this man is
Explain what the dungeon was now.
Well, the dungeon was downstairs inside of the Detroit Emerald Lounge.
It was
And it was the
peaceful.
basement. And, you know, there were big jugs and stuff that was around. And, you know, you hear drip, drip. You know, that's what you're going to keep your time to, the drip. You know, but he did a lot of matinee shows on Sundays.
Yes.
And a lot of artists that would even come into town, they would stop at the Emeralds Lounge and they would, you know, come up and they would do something. And James Mitchell, I have to give homage to him because I am what I am now because of you, mother.
Mr.
Wow.
But did I say that?
Mr. James, good job.
James Mitchell.
Yes.
I'm one of your children.
He didn't know he just stopped right there. Shut the front door.
And I guess what we're gonna start, I'm actually gonna make sure we're gonna let James be last because you know he's gonna have a lot of stuff to say. I'm gonna start with our spokesman for the Detroit Emeralds, a profound, dynamic man that just making the stuff. He's the mouthpiece.
Okay.
And he is on the phone talking. Say, "Yeah, you keep doing that, because I don't want to talk." Saying he got that from you ain't talking to me, so he's not talking here. So,
He said nothing like that. No, I told him to make him treat me
so
like this.
we go
So I
give
don't
it
know what I
up
did.
for the one and only Dwayne Locke Lomax.
The lock
Yeah,
man.
All right. Thank you.
What's up, man?
Thank you. Oh, well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Priscilla, for bringing us on here, and thank you, Mr. Al Livingston, for bringing us on here. We truly appreciate you guys taking time out for us. Oh, us little guys, and just allowing us to come on here and just be blessed, and praying that we can bless somebody else.
Yes.
You know, being on this show here. If anybody has any questions, they can ask me. I'm an open book, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, I want to move you over just a little bit into the shot over to them. You can hug him if you want to.
I don't want to hug you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great.
He been waiting
Yes.
to slam me upside my head. So I don't want to
That's all right. So, Locke, give us a little of your background. I said a couple of things, but I'll let you.
Okay. At the age of 14, I actually, my career started with Mad Dog and the Pups.
Yeah.
Squeeze one
Priscilla know
time.
them. Yeah.
Yes.
And I actually left Mad
Edgewater
Dog and the
Park.
Pups, and I played. I played actually as a drummer. I was with the Detroit Emeralds for a couple of dates, and at that point, I moved from there. I played with David Ruffin for a couple of dates. My mentor, Larry Talbot, was the one who introduced me to David Ruffin. And then from there, I went on, and at the age of 18 and a half years old, I'm playing with the group Chairman of the Board.
All right.
18, I'm fresh out of high school and on the plane going to England, man, someplace I'd never been before in life, and that was such a blessing to have had that happen for me. And I also played with the Dales.
Okay.
I played with Enchantment.
Excuse me. When you played with the Dales, what year was that?
We did a show. Let's see. We was in Arkansas. We did a show in Arkansas. We also did a show in New York. were a couple of dates that we did. I can't, you know, I'm kind
Cause
of.
I was trying to see if you was on the show when I opened up for them in Boston, Massachusetts at Chicken Shack. I mean at the Sugar Shack.
The Sugar Shack, the Chicken Shack. You know,
It wasn't no
I
chicken.
remember. I
No,
remember.
Sugar
I
Shack.
remember doing a date in Philly.
Okay.
I remember doing. I can't remember the name of the club that we played at, but I remember doing a date in Philly with them.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you were on that show,
No.
but that was a long time ago.
His memory is as long as it is.
Because
Oh, I see.
You get points for that. Points.
yeah, I just trying to find out if
Yeah.
you were on that show.
Yeah.
But at that time, I wasn't looking at no musicians, no way.
Okay, we're gonna let you go on.
Go ahead, finish, baby.
Anyway, I actually played with Albert King. I
Okay.
did his last album, which was Call Me. Bobby Womack, I did a couple of things with him.
My homeboy.
Johnny Taylor, I did a couple of things with Johnny Taylor.
Oh, Pete.
And I also played with another guy who's a mentor to me. It's Little Sonny.
Little Sonny.
Wow, yes, yeah. I gotta call him and see if I can get him on the show.
Yeah, that would be
Yes.
a great one, boy.
I'll get him and Aaron to come on and because Aaron played with the Dramatics, you know.
I was the one that got it with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, I was the drummer and MD for the Dramatics for like 28 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Wonderful. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
Like us, follow us, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station
in the world. Yes. Now,
So, Locke, just how did you end up meeting James Mitchell, Mr. Mitchell?
Actually, what had happened.
And the age. Give me your age too. That's right. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You gotta
That's when the
remember.
that's when the
his
cobwebs.
I told you.
I'd have to say I was around 17, maybe 18 years old at that particular time. And I was at the Detroit Emerald Lounge playing for an act there.
hello.
Keep Good.
Okay.
I
Finish
was
talking.
actually playing for the house band there.
Okay.
Willie Burton was the bass player.
Oh.
And he had saw me one time and liked the way I play and asked me to play with his band there. And then once I started playing with him, I guess, you know, I played with this group called Detroit Chain 9, and that's what the group that was at the particular time was backing up the Detroit Emeralds. But in the process of that, I also played with the Floaters and also played with your buddy, Mr. Jimmy Scott.
Jimmy
Oh,
Scott.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
That's my buddy.
we did a show together out in Highland Park. It was your show. Was it off Holbrook?
That wasn't how. I was ham tramming.
Ham Champion. Okay.
That was my
Deposit home.
Thanksgiving
That's right.
breakfast.
That's right. That's right.
Snowed like a big dog, but I had a crowd.
Yeah. It was packed in there.
Yes.
It was packed
All
in there.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I told you about his memory.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
We're
Well,
gonna,
I can't
we're
wait
gonna,
till we get to
we're
him.
gonna come back to you because we're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get into really talking about how the Emerald Project came along. So
Okay.
we're gonna talk about Dilbert, so we can get
Who?
some. That's my pickle. Let me. Delbert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I got
Ah, he
Well,
dealing.
you know, well, you know, sometimes my partial
That's right.
man.
I know we told him to drop down. So,
But this is the one and only
Don't talk, 'cause I got
Mr.
something for
Delbert Nelson, y'all.
how you doing, my brother?
Oh, doing fine. Good to have you
Thank
back
for
here
being
again.
here. Thank you, Priscilla, for having us here for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you can tell us about you. See, we done had you on the show before, but that's all
I
right.
don't want to talk
You
about
got
that
to
other group. I want to talk about this group.
No,
with
and
him
we are,
too.
but we're just talking about what he's. But see, a lot of folks don't know that he is a choir director, that he's a keyboard player.
I
He's
know
got
he's a
lot
keyboard
of
player
skills.
because I hear him playing the carolling around the house.
That's a fact.
Hey.
Yes.
But
That
just
boy know how to get
just
where
give
he
me
want.
just a little bit of you, and then we'll get into the.
It'll be back soon because I'm getting my piano tuned next week.
Yeah, Yeah, just a little of your background.
Oh, born and raised here in Detroit. Started out a long time ago playing with several groups, as we were growing up. But the more of the name groups was like Legacy when I started out. Then I performed also with Brainstorm. And then I moved on up to other areas of music, singing with myself. And then I got with Sirius and with Funk Brothers too. I was on the road with them for about 9 or 10 years and had a very good experience with those guys. All those cats were crazy as I don't know, but we learned a lot together. They taught us a lot. And that's another group that I've been associated with, the Next Generation Funk Brothers, which the jury and those guys told us to try to take that name and leave it, keep things going. So we've been doing the Motown thing for a good while now. So.
I'm sorry. See, you know what you call spice. You're seasoned. So these are some. You're very well seasoned.
You see the gray?
You very well seasoned.
That's a salt
pepper.
pepper.
That's
look.
pepper.
You see what I'm saying? Salt pepper.
And I'm seasoned, so to have these many seasons together, we're gonna season up
And
out of stew.
super season.
Super season.
Super season.
That's
Super
mother
season.
stirring the pot.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know why you
So-
It's all
So
right.
we
Something
will.
coming though.
So we'll have to introduce the one and only.
No, wait. At first, I want to know how he got with the.
Well, we're gonna get. We're gonna.
How he got with y'all.
Was it? And we're gonna let him get a chance to tell the story how he ended.
He
up
got a whole
bringing this
half an
club.
hour to talk. Tell me how you got with the Detroit Emeralds.
Well, I've been performing with Sirius.
Right.
Then our main man, our leader, and my main man Larry succumbed with that covert. So it sort of slowed everything down, but we were still trying to do things. We've been doing things with Alexander Zonjic and whatnot. But at the time, we were just sitting around the house, and I was talking to Locke. And we was on the phone. He said, "Hey, man, I need a singer. Do you know of a singer anywhere around here? I just need a singer. All I need to do somebody that can sing for the Detroit Emeralds with me." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I can find somebody for you, but what's wrong with me?" He said, the phone got quiet. He said, "You for real?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What's wrong with me?" He said, "Okay, I'll call you right back." And then I've been with him ever since.
Okay, now Al, before we get to the main event,
Yes.
can you play something from the Emeralds?
Let's do.
See, because he got a whole half an hour to
Oh,
talk.
God, he gonna need more than that. But we're
Well,
gonna
we can put it in there.
We're talking.
I know how to cut them off.
We're talking about James Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I didn't add the junior.
I just want to hear something from them.
Okay, let's do something from
Oh, play that. Yes, that one. That's the
This will
one.
be the one. Let's see if I can.
That's the
get
one.
Say hello to my wife too. I tell you, hey baby.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, say hello to all the wives.
Hi, Cece.
So baby.
Brenda.
Tawala, hey honey.
Mommy. That's my
I gotta give a shout out to Stella too, because she's the one feeding me.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna see if y'all remember this.
Yeah, I feel it.
My little devil killed that the other night. Notice everything you need.
Sing, y'all.
Feel the need. Oh, feel the need in me.
That's what I'm talking about.
I need you by my side to be my guide. Can't you see my arms are open wide?
Get your hands off me.
Ooh, feel the need. Oh, feel the need in me. Listen, I need your love. Every day I need love. Every day I want it.
Without your sweet, sweet love, I'd never die. I need it constantly. Your love takes care of me. Your love is better to me than apple pie.
Just put your hand in mine. Love me all the time. Ooh, you were plain to see. Feel the need. Oh, feel the need in me. You know what I mean? need you on the case to keep my heart in place. Make me what I need to be. Ooh, feel the need. Oh, feel it. Feel the need in me.
Hold that note.
Hey, 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 baby.
Yes, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. See, when you can get a studio full of great entertainers, they can sing to you. You know, the lady from Southern Soul, West Love, she's doing great. She won the thing at the Apollo.
Yes.
But she was on the blues show for Miss Carolyn Bonner. She came into the studio and she sung to me.
Yes,
she sung to me. And this is what I love, to bring people that are willing to just let people know that don't get out, that's sitting at home watching
That's
this
right
on, live, what they can get y'all's wheelchairs and walkers and shit.
Remember that? Feel the need.
Sure did.
I mean, come on.
They gonna roll up.
But
So,
you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
like us, follow us, share, and subscribe, and comment, y'all. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the
in the world.
In the world, man.
Yeah!
Yabba dabba doo.
Yes.
Now, we always try to save the best for last.
The Priscilla's gonna come on now.
She's over. She's over.
Look at that green.
I'm always
She's a
Look at that
star.
green.
Well,
But if you will, ladies and
And the hair's
gentlemen,
superb.
the one and
Can we say
only,
it?
the phenomenal one, iconic one, the one and only, Mr. James Mitchell.
Amen. Hey,
Your
the
royal
founders.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
it got
Yes.
bright in here all of a sudden. Okay, I'm all
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell, you've got to go back and give us some history on the Emeralds and how
Ask
you
me any
started.
question you like.
So,
Beginning.
give me
where,
give
from,
us a
why.
beginning. So, any of our
What year?
audience that's listening and watching, that they can get some historical history from the man himself.
Well, the rich. This comes from down south, and it came up here from the Tillman Brothers, which was a gospel group. Abe and Ivory were in the Tillman Brothers, and the other person was who? Oh, it was myself, James, and I was in a group called the Five Rockets. Oh man, and we had a ball, and the guys used to sit on the porch and watch me go play, and eventually. They would do now. I used to go with them to King Solomon's Church.
Baptist
And
Church.
Sunday, and everybody came in. The Staples Singers, the Dixie Hummingbirds, the Soul Sisters, Sam Cooke. Woo! Hey,
Jackson
and I just
Years.
sit back, and I was a young guy.
Yes.
The Tillman Brothers they were here, and they used to kill everybody that came in that was young.
How old
Because
were
they
you?
used to have to put Abe on the like at WJLB with Bristol Brown, had to put Abe on the little box. And he sat up and singing that. It was the years, and I used to be at all that. And then at King Solomon, where all those groups came in, Staples Singers, everybody you could think of. That was what was happening here because
Right.
we couldn't go to the Fox. We
Right.
couldn't go to the Palms or the Broadway Capitol.
Right.
None of those shows and see our entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened, we could go on Sundays when they had their shows come in. Abe, the Tillman Brothers manager, was the booking agency for all those shows. And so as everybody came in, they would bring a group, some young other boys, called the Walmack Brothers from Ohio.
Yeah.
And the Tillman Brothers and the Walmack Brothers would go at each other like there was no day coming. And hey, they do the same thing over there in Ohio. And the Tillman Brothers would go at the Walmack, but oh man! And we were blessed enough as years went by that we became the Detroit Emeralds, and Bobby Walmack was headlining the show. and we were on the show. It was crazy. From Harry and all of them, so all the brothers, and got together. It was just magic. But those are the things that's got us started being in that. But the very first group that made us want to sing, we went to the Fox to see them in a movie called A Girl Can't Help It. Little Richard, Fats Dominoes, and Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. Man, we saw this guy and we said, oh man, we could do that. The people will come see us too. And the Five Rockets did so great until they were offered a contract at VJ Records.
VJ
But nobody's mother was signed for them to go, but my mother.
Mama bitch.
Yeah. And we didn't get they had the contract waiting for us. They want to take it. There was a blues singer on the label called Pee Wee Crane. And Pee Wee had that good hair. He looked like $1 million and played one of them holler bollies. And he had a song, I forgot the name of the song, but he went on stage and he was singing the song. We were on a show with him. And we were in the back and they had a mic open. And he was just singing the song. We had won a contest to become a professional at the talent show. So they had us on that show. But so we were back there and he started singing and we knew the song. So we didn't know the mic was on. We started hitting the background, faking lad, shoo-doo. We had hit, and he was killing, man. The women hollering because they was crazy about him. And he was looking around and he come off stage. He said, "Who was that back there singing that?" He said, "It was us." He said, "Y'all going to Chicago tomorrow." It was wonderful things.
Wow.
In this business was like that, from the Staple Singers, from the Hummingbirds, all Mr. Tucker and all of them. They just grabbed us and took us like we were little kids because they knew them from gospel, the Tillman brothers, Abe Tillman and Ivy Tillman, and then all the rest of them knew me from being running around, singing with at those little record hops at White Record Shop and all them.
Right. Well, you know, back then gospel was booming.
Well,
I used to go to Frank Diner.
Oh, get out of here!
Man.
I used to go to Frank Diner just to hear them guys in there rehearsing and singing and Elmwood and Art.
Oh, come on.
Watch out now.
Watch it.
Go tell your age.
The Chuck Quartet.
Man.
Nothing, girl.
Baby.
Nothing.
Those were the days that gospel was really.
Yes,
I mean, you could go to any club and see a secular show, but you can always go to up on Mac and whatever that St. Jean up there to Frank's Diner or over on Elmwood and Art. And on Elmwood, you had to pay me $5 to get in.
Yeah, it was something else.
Yep.
$5 to get in.
That's right.
And you can hear gospel groups singing. Well,
The Quartet Union.
what's her name? Heavenly Stars.
The,
And Peoples and Heavenly Stars.
yeah.
And her husband had a group.
Yep.
Man, because we belonged to the same church at that time.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, go on, finish your story.
Don't make me jump on. Don't make me jump
No, it wasn't Ann, it was Ann Scott.
Scott, okay.
Ann Scott.
Okay.
He's talking about Memphis now. He was down
Got my
there.
Ann
We went,
Peoples.
anyway, because we went on in that studio. That's where we cut that first tune at, If I Lose Your Love. And I bet you lose. I bet you get the one who loves you. We went in the studio. Willie Mitchell, Bonnie Mendelsohn called us. We were at Tennessee State, and the sorority they had us singing a New Year's Eve thing.
Mm-hmm.
And our bass player was Buddy Giles from Jimi Hendrix, right? Hey man, he played the whole show for us, and we got a call and say, "Hey, can y'all get down to Memphis? Can we get to Memphis?" I said, "For what?" We got 4 hours at Willie Mitchell studio. When he hung the phone up, we was there, huh?
Willie
I don't know how long that drive was.
produced a lot of people.
Hey, Al was just recording that day. But we was in the studio at a certain time. Al, we only had 4 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those Hodges brothers, man, Leroy,
Actually, the Hodges brothers.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then we had Tom Graysick with us, and then Abe too. But Tom wasn't right there on that first part, but they all fall in, and that's that Detroit Emerald sound. It's a Detroit feel with that Memphis touch to it, and I got to get it. Willie Mitchell said, "Come in here, boy."
Okay, what year did you start the Detroit Emerald?
Well, Detroit Emerald started in 1967.
1967.
Yeah, but we
67 riot.
Yeah. Hey, guess what happened? My dad bought all new uniforms, all things for the band. We had everything together. We were playing down the street from Greenleaf at the Angel Club. Now, Angel. We were playing down there. Everybody hollering that we finna leave the next day to go to Florida for our first out of town performance, the Detroit Emeralds. New uniforms and everything, right? And we usually take everything with us, right? Because we're leaving it. We'll leave this and come pick it up and do whatever. Before we got to Davidson, they were shooting. They were going crazy, and they said, "Man, well, we better get on home and come back tomorrow." We came back tomorrow. It was fires, burning everything, staying. And I looked up and I said, "Hey, what's happening?" They said, "Oh man, the Angel Club got burned down. There's a dude macking down the street in my uniform." I said, "You better stay in here." Hey, he was macking.
Listen, somebody else told me that too. I think it was Joe Billingsley.
Hey, could happen.
Said that it happened to them too. So they would have put their uniform and somebody coming down the street with their uniform.
Yeah, walking down there. And we had then we had got them purple shirts from Mr. B collar. We had white pants, white shoes. That dude was macking, man. Hey, and I'm crazy at that point in life. I'm crazy. Vasily, you ain't gonna believe this. Our player, we had took him on the road with his mother put him in our protection, right? Michael Henderson. He was number 15.
Wow.
Wow. And Anthony Jones. AJ Sparks.
AJ.
All those was the babies he's talking about that come through the Emerald Lounge.
Yes.
Everybody came through there, and we took them everywhere we went.
We had Michael Henderson's sister on our show.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had her on our show.
Wow.
Yes, and that was because they gave him an Anita Award.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, but there's so many, but please ask any questions. I'd be glad to answer anything because it goes through my mind. And I had so much fun doing everything
Oh
with them.
man, did we
And
have fun?
these
back
guys
then.
were crazy. We down at Emerald Lounge, right? A guy come in, sang with the group, could do everything great, and all going good. And woman worked there. You know, she worked there, and he talked to her, nice and everything good. And another woman come in there and say, "Darling," and she working as a wait. She come from behind about "Darling." Darling. That young that he was talking about, Priscilla. You could go down there and come up, go under the ground and go to the and get out. He said, "I'm gonna kill him." So he coming out this door. We had to stick him down, Sam, Lord. Look, that is so many memories.
Why do I remember that barmaid?
I'm not saying anything.
I know back then, but you know
Yeah.
back then the times were really good. We didn't have all of these, you know, the stuff that's going on now. Because I remember when I used to work at Phelps, I would leave Phelps and run over to Henry's and do a show.
Yeah.
You know, double ups.
Yeah.
I would run from the Ben's
watch-
High
yeah,
Chaparral
yeah.
to the Parrot Bar.
Yeah. Ow.
Man, you know, stuff. It ain't.
Don't
And
say
I made
that.
more money then than I make now. That's why I don't do bars.
Well, the Chit Chat closed now.
Chit chat. You never worked the chit chat. Never.
Hey, we had to know in order to
Bars still
perform.
paying like they
We
used
had
to.
to get known in the different neighborhoods. Where you win, you become a professional, right? So you go to the next neighborhood. So we right across the street from the Chit Chat was the Gold Coast Theater.
Yes, it was.
And Holy. And man, we had the battle over there. And my main guy, because he came, I went to Persian, right? He came out, he wanted to put his girls in Persian, he came and got her. And they ain't supposed to be coming in our neighborhood getting And so me and him, hey, we be talking trash. Not that it was my girl. Now don't start that. Baby, I want you to know that. I ain't my girl. It's just a friend of mine, but she came from Persia. And so what he did, the end all things is we beat him and won the contest on that thing.
Wow.
So the next thing I know, I heard the best things in life are free. You can give them to the birds and bees. I need him. He had a number one hit and he walk up to me and say, how you like me now? And we became great friends, man. Bad strong. Listen, Bad, you my guy. You always be my guy.
I did sessions with Bear too, man.
You know, I never worked for Motown. I don't even do Motown songs.
Hey, I never worked for Motown, but you know what they did, don't you?
Mm.
By the time we was getting big, we had that Showtime that came out first and did it. Ordinary Man, Rick, Mr. Wingate. As a matter of fact, Street James took us to it, made him come see us, and he signed us that day almost. Right?
Wow.
Well, all I can say is, we thought we was ready to hit it, right? And Barry bought the company. And everything went
That's right.
Everything went
That's
to the
vault.
to the vault.
To the vault. That's right.
All right, we push y'all all to the side.
Yeah.
Now, James, tell us, to let the audience know about The Legacy Continues, The Rebirth.
Yes.
Oh, this
yes.
is fantastic.
What else?
And he should say something. I begged him for a year and a half.
Maybe
And then it went past.
4 or
I
5.
Shut
called him. He been holy. Y'all be going overseas, and I want to go overseas. And so the opportunity came. I say, okay, would you like to be a hero? Well, my schedule is so busy. Oh! I said, oh, like that now.
But you deemed me a jewel.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Okay, all right.
I said, but you know you're a jewel. You don't have to be an MO, you're a jewel. You can come go tour with us. And he didn't go. And so I think the only thing that convinced him to go was I told him that the postman visit my box regularly. and next thing I know, he had property. Hey, I don't mean bitch. He had all kind of properties and stuff. 5, 16 houses. This dude doing. And he come back. Then I knew what he was doing because he couldn't pay the rent all of them, so he had to come with them. So he called. Hey, I think I can do that now. Oh, you can? Okay.
But you know,
We got to tell about
they got mad with me because I left their ass and went overseas.
Yeah,
They fired me.
I'm still mad.
They fired me because in the pocket band fired me because I went to Paris too many times on them and overseas. I was in Italy.
But hey,
Well.
hold it. The same person that trained you trained the Detroit Emeralds.
Exactly.
And so Spain, Italy, England,
Yes.
Germany.
Yes.
Come on now, stop.
Yes.
Stop me. England, Ireland. Hey, that's all I can say.
What was that name?
Mr. Charlie Atkins.
Charlie Atkins, yes.
And Mr. Maurice King.
Maurice King.
I can't say one without the other.
That's right.
Because they were like two peas
That's
in a pot,
right.
and that's why glass was so hot. And I ain't gonna say this because it's almost like sacrilegious, but I can remember going to the Motown Review, and Gladys Knight was on the show. And when she left off stage, it was hard for anybody to get on there.
That's
When
right.
Charlie gets through with you, boy, it's hard for anybody to come by
That's
you.
right.
And oh,
That's right now today with me.
oh,
When I leave off the stage, it's hard for the next person.
Hey, that's how
Ask
you
Johnny
do it.
Taylor's son.
Oh, Floyd.
No, Floyd and TJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that-
Yeah.
Ask him.
Hey,
It's hard
Hey.
because I'm gonna burn it up and I'm gonna drop the
Just
mic.
with it.
It ain't gonna work.
You are watching the Big Factory live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top floor.
Shut up, boy. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV. This is ridiculous.
So like us, follow us, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. Now, you've got to talk about the one and only
Yeah.
Mr. Spokesman Extraordinaire, the one and only Lockster,
The one.
the one and only.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yes,
Because I
yes.
end up getting a call back from both of you guys.
Yes.
And-
Well, I can't do anything unless the lock okays it.
Okay.
The lock has to.
Wait a minute. Stop. Do y'all need a woman in y'all group?
Oh, hey, hold on.
We can't have two divas.
We going there with this.
I said, wait a minute, I ain't gonna call him diva. He's our eager beaver because he's out there making sure.
It's on tape already.
Can't put that down. I'll be watching this. I'm gonna watch this all. I'll be watching this.
But we gotta talk about the lobster and then let
Hey.
the lobster talk, because this is the rebirth,
This
and
is
this
the
is the legacy continue.
It is. And
Well, actually, what was going on at the particular time is
Switch.
I knew at the time that as much as I loved the Dramatics and wanted to work there with them, I'd gone as far as I could possibly go. I was drummer, MD, tour manager, and that was as far as I was going to go. It was nothing else going to happen. Mr. Reynolds did all the writing and producing, which I can't blame him for that. You know, I understand that it's his organization. Okay.
Get that box shot,
and it was-
please.
and it was just a match made in heaven when James Mitchell called me and asked me if I wanted to be a part of the Detroit Emerald.
Just stop for a minute. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. And when he called me, he said, "Well, I'm putting the Detroit Emeralds back together." Actually, what happened? Once I seen the movie, Baby Driver. I seen the movie, Baby. I said, "Hey, when you gonna put the group back together?" He said, I'll put them back together." So one day he called me on the phone. He said, "I'm putting the Detroit Emeralds back together." I said, "Okay, all right." And he said, "I want to know if you want to be a part of it."
Drummer. MD for the Dramatics.
I said, "Okay, so you want me to be the drummer? You want me to be the MD? You want me to be the tour manager?" Which, that's what I was doing with the Dramatics.
Right.
Oh, he said, "No, I want you up front singing." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, "Anything else that we can work on? Come on, let's make it happen." I said, "Okay, well, let me talk to the wife." Cause I had to go talk to the boss. And as I talked to the boss, I was praying to the Father. "Father, is this what you want me to do?" Because I had several different offers. One was from Otis Williams Temptation when Buster Marlboro passed away.
Right.
Yes.
When Buster.
That
They was
was
looking for a drummer, and the guitar players Adrian Williams and Terry was on bass, and they called me up. "Hey man, we need another drummer, man. You ready?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." So at that point, it was like an open book. So I said, "Okay, all right, cool. Let's make this happen." And God had told me then. He said, "No, son, this ain't for you." I was like, "But I've been playing Motown music almost all my life. I can do this." Yes. He said, "Okay, I see your little pea brain just ain't gonna listen to me." So let me shut the door on that. So the door shut on that. And then the Four Tops came up, auditioned for them. And I was like, "Okay, I'm ready to go." God said, "This ain't for you. This is not what I got for you. Just chill out. I got you."
You're preaching.
I said, well, I can do this." "Okay, I'm going to shut the door." Bam, shut the door. Then when I get the call from Mr. James Mitchell Jr., I said, "Well, I'm talking to the boss. And God, is this what you got planned for me?" And in my time of prayer, he said, "Yeah, I've been trying to tell you, I got you. This is you." So when I called him back, I said, "Dude, let's make it do what it do." And at that point, I've been a Detroit Emeralds from that point on.
But let me tell you something. God won't stir you wrong.
No,
You better listen. That's
right.
all I can say.
Exactly.
I talk a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but I listen.
Yeah.
I listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
yes.
let me tell you, you guys.
And since I got him, I've got to make sure that I get him. This is a profound story.
You talk too damn much.
And
ahead.
You've
we
been
get
around
it
me,
from
huh?
him.
You've been around me. I know he's gonna say
He
that.
birthed us.
Go ahead.
And
You know it.
we've got a single that's been released. I want you to talk about where it is, where we are on the charts, and I want you to tell the inspiration Behind it, like.
In Italy, this particular song, which is entitled "In My Life," is number 3. In Montreal, last week it was 38, and this week it's 14. Okay, and it's moving up the charts all over the place. And the inspiration for this particular song was that, and y'all just have to forgive me because I choke up every time I talk about this. I had lost my mother, and I had lost my brother. Okay, and then in COVID, I lost my daughter.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, and I was going through some things at that particular time, and it broke down on me. It broke me down. And during that time, God had gave me this, because of all the people that had been in my life, telling me, all you got to do is keep your head to the sky.
That's right.
Yes.
And you'll make it. And he kept telling me, all the people that were in your life, that's where the title of this song came from, all the people that were in my life. Okay, and I actually sat down with a gentleman, Donald Albert, and I just told him my heart and explained it to him. And he said, well, okay. He said, well, tell you what, I'm gonna come back with some words. So he came back with some words, and he started singing, and tears started coming out of my eyes because I started thinking about my mother, my oldest brother, and my daughter. And then Dune and I got a hold to the song. We said, okay, that's cool, that's not cool, that's cool, that's not cool. All right, let's put this here, and let's move this over here, and let's put this here. Now, obviously, he's a great writer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I had to listen to him, and then once we did it, we sent it to the label in Ireland, and they kept telling me, "Man, this is a hit song," and I was saying to myself,
Tell the truth now. What they said. They said that one of the main guys over there said, man, y'all can start a panty factory because they're going to be throwing up. Hey, I fell out there. Hey, you didn't know about that over there? You said they'll be throwing them up there.
Yeah, and I can tell. I just lost my niece Tuesday, and I lost her cousin.
sorry to hear that.
And her and I were like closer than close. We were closer than me and my sisters, and I could just feel that.
Yes.
What you were feeling.
And that's
you were
all.
I had
talking
to have him
about,
to tell that story because I
And,
feel it every time he talks about it.
in my life. Ooh, play something, boy.
And
Play it. And be quiet.
Is from the legacy
Shut up.
continues.
That's what I want you to sing.
From the new
Our
birth.
single from the new birth,
No, you
the one and only, the Detroit Emeralds.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy.
Who's leading you?
No.
That was when the song, when we perform it, that Al and Gilbert will be singing it when we perform it.
Yeah.
But still the sun comes shining through. I've learned to appreciate everything in my life. Take the time for myself, smell the roses too. In my life. I've seen so many things. Enjoy taking walks, playing cards, spending time with the family. It feels so good.
In my life. I want to thank you guys for hanging. Leave that. Let's keep.
I've got to turn the volume down
Oh.
so they can hear you talking.
I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight, and Al.
It's a blessing.
I
Yes.
truly appreciate you.
We appreciate you too.
Love you.
I'd like
Sure.
to also thank our engineer, Jesus Washington.
Yeah.
our producer, Mr. Roger,
They got Jesus in the booth, y'all.
my co-host, Mr. Al B. Shore Livingston. I want to thank everybody. And tune in next Thursday.
Yes.
We're going to have, I don't know, I'm trying to get Spider Turner to come
Okay.
on
Oh,
next
yes.
Thursday.
Oh, man, yes.
If I can,
Stand by me.
yes. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. And before I go, keep God in your life and pray
Amen.
for
Amen.
everybody.
Hallelujah.
And everybody, thank you. God bless you. Do say I know that you can download this at Spotify, iTunes,
All the major.
all of the
The
major
major
top
shows.
social media platforms.
Please,
Yes.
please.
Thank you. Good night, y'all.
Thank you,
Bye.
y'all. Good
Peace
night.
out.
Hey,
Peace out,
it's
Detroit.
been a joy, Detroit.
Yes.
Love you.
Thank you, Queen.